Hey guys, welcome to my Necromancy Rituals guide. In this guide, I will walk you through the basics of Necromancy Rituals, but also show you how to get some of the best XP rates at any given level. I'll also be giving you some tips along the way. I will be starting from level 1 Necromancy, so you can check the description for the timestamps to jump to any specific part of the video depending on your level. So first, why should you do rituals? Well, rituals are a way to train necromancy through a skilling method, and it provides some of the best XP per hour for the skill. They are also an essential part of the skill, as you will need to complete many communion rituals to add souls to your Well of Souls, which will unlock a lot of more powerful combat abilities for necromancy. So even if you are someone who only wants to do combat with necromancy, you will need to do some rituals to unlock those better abilities. But more on that in a little bit. Before we go into the specifics of necromancy rituals, there are a few things that are really helpful when doing these rituals. The first really helpful unlock is the dive ability. This ability can be unlocked at level 5 agility and also completing the Secession quest. It is a really great ability to have because it allows you to get to the ritual disturbances a lot faster, and these ritual disturbances is where you're going to be getting the best XP per hour. As you can see, when some of these ritual disturbances pop up, I can just dive to the square right next to it, so I can get there as fast as possible and sometimes get even an extra XP drop. The next item that you're definitely going to want to get is the Alteration Necklace. This is a necklace that increases the power of alteration glyphs by 20% multiplicatively during these necromancy rituals. It's not something you need at the very start, but once you start using alteration glyphs starting at level 30 necromancy, it's something you're definitely going to want to buy or get if you're an Iron Man. You can either buy the necklace on the Grand Exchange, or if you are an Iron Man, you will need to complete the Parliament Housing quest and get a Moonstone, which then you can turn into the Alteration Necklace. And another really useful item is the Tome of 2, which requires the City of medium achievements. This is so good because it provides an extra 6% XP from all ritual disturbances, which is where you're getting most of your XP from necromancy rituals. There are quite a few requirements to obtain this. You will need level 50 necromancy as well as some other skill requirements, a quest, and also you will need the Command a Skeleton Warrior ability unlocked, and the Conjure Vengeful Ghost and Conjure Putrid Zombie unlocked. Overall, this item is quite helpful. It basically just gives you an extra 6% XP boost. As always, to begin necromancy, you will need to start by completing the Necromancy quest, and this will get you to level 5. The quest is started at the City of portal around the Draenor Lodestone. During this quest, you will actually be getting a little tutorial about rituals, which is pretty important to actually read about it, but if you don't, that's what this guide is for. There are 4 different types of rituals. You have the Necroplasm ritual, which will allow you to convert one of the lower tier Necroplasm into a higher tier Necroplasm. All the Necroplasm is used for is to make different ghostly essence for rituals. You also have the Essence ritual, which allows you to convert pure essence into impure essence, which can then be used to make the necrotic runes. There are the Communion rituals. Like I said before, these are used to add souls to the Well of Souls. They also use bones or mementos as inputs. The Ensoul ritual is used to make the Necromancy armor. You can turn Batwing, Mystic, and Subjugation armor into different tiers of Ensouled cloth to upgrade your gear. There are different tiers of each of these rituals based on your Necromancy level and your ritual site, but for now, if you are level 1, you'll only have access to the lesser rituals. You will end up upgrading your ritual site based on your Necromancy level, but at level 1 Necromancy, you will have a tier 1 ritual site. This only provides 5 glyph spots, which is important because you will only have access to those lower tier rituals with this ritual site. At level 60 Necromancy, your ritual site will turn into tier 2. This will give you 7 glyph spots, and then you might even be able to start using the alteration glyphs to improve your outputs. Tier 3 ritual sites offer 11 glyph spots, and they are unlocked at level 90 Necromancy, and level 91 is really when you can start getting the best XP per hour from rituals. When filling these glyph spots, you have the option to choose out of 8 different glyphs. There are really just 2 different types, and I highlighted them in gray and in gold. The glyphs highlighted in gray are foundational glyphs. These glyphs are needed to perform specific rituals. So for example, if you were doing the Lesser Communion ritual at level 5 Necromancy, you will need 1 Elemental 1 glyph and 2 Commune 1 glyphs. These are foundational glyphs that you will need to actually do this ritual. If you only have a tier 1 ritual site, which is what you have from level 1 to 60 Necromancy, then you only have 5 glyph spots in total, which means you only have 2 spots left, which you can leave blank or you can use an alteration glyph. There are 4 different types of alteration glyphs. You have the multiply glyph, which will increase the ritual output by 20, 40, or 60% rounding down, and it will also increase the soul attraction by 20, 40, or 60%. The attraction glyphs will increase the soul attraction by 50, 100, or 150% depending on the tier. Speed glyphs will actually improve the speed of the ritual by 5, 10, or 15%, capping at a total of 50%, and it will also increase the soul attraction by 30, 60, or 90%. The protection glyph increases the duration of ritual disturbances, so it might be helpful if you're trying to AFK a bit more, and it also increases the soul attraction. Usually the multiply glyph is really helpful when you're trying to either make money by producing necroplasm, or if you're trying to increase your souls in the Well of Souls. So quite often people will use multiply glyphs when they're using the communion ritual, so they can get more souls into their Well of Souls if they are going for specific abilities that require a certain amount. The soul attraction alteration glyph is probably the best glyph for XP per hour. The idea is you want to increase your soul attraction high enough so you get some higher level ritual disturbances, which offer better XP. The speed glyphs also are pretty good because they do decrease the amount of time you are spending doing the ritual, and so the combination of attraction glyphs and speed glyphs usually are what's best for the best XP per hour methods. Now let's take a look at the impact of soul attraction. So soul attraction allows certain events to spawn, which gives you better XP. So for example, at a tier 1 ritual site, you have the ability to get the Wandering Soul event or the Sparkling Glyph event, which each give 40% of a small prismatic lamp in terms of XP. You can get this event anytime. Your soul attraction can be between 1 and 100% to get it, but you can see that there is also another tier 1 event that can spawn, the Shambling Horror, which requires 101 to 200% soul attraction to spawn, and you can see it gives double the XP reward, so it is really important to increase your soul attraction for the best XP per hour. I will go through each of these ritual disturbances in order so you know what they look like and how to interact with them. But at tier 2, you can get the Corrupt Glyphs event and the Soulstorm event. And then also at tier 3, the best event is the Defile event. The first event is the Wandering Soul. You can see that the Wandering Soul spawns in the bottom right of the corner, and all you need to do is click on it to claim the XP. He can spawn anywhere on the ritual site, so he could come across horizontally or vertically. You just need to click on him before he exits the ritual site. The Sparkling Glyph is another ritual disturbance which can occur on tier 1 ritual sites between 0 and 100% soul attraction, and they also give the same amount of XP as the Wandering Soul. You will just see a glyph start to sparkle. All you have to do is go click on it to claim the XP. The Shambling Horror is another ritual disturbance that can occur on a tier 1 ritual site between 100 and 200% soul attraction. You can see on the right hand side the Shambling Horror spawns, and one of the glyphs will erupt with a green glow. You just need to click on the Shambling Horror and then the glyph, and you'll get the XP drop. The Corrupt Glyph ritual disturbance occurs on a tier 2 ritual site, which means you'll need level 60 Necromancy and between 200 and 300% soul attraction or higher. You can see that 3 corrupt glyphs spawn. You want to click on the corrupt glyph with the 1 horn first, then the 2 horn, and then the 3 horned corrupt glyph, and then you'll get your XP drop. Soulstorm is a ritual disturbance that can occur on a tier 2 ritual site, meaning you need 60 Necromancy, and you will also need 301% or higher soul attraction. The Soulstorm will give you a reward of 160% of a small prismatic lamp, divided among 3 different ticks. So you can see as soon as you get to the Soulstorm, you want to keep on clicking on it. If you get there early enough, you will get 3 XP drops, which will total 160% of a small prismatic lamp. The Defile Ritual Disturbance is the best ritual disturbance to get. You can only get it on a tier 3 ritual site with a tier 3 ritual being active, meaning the powerful rituals. Whenever you see the Defile Disturbance active, which is just the green anima pool, you will want to click on it, and from here you'll see a progress bar appear above it. You will want to make sure the progress bar continues to improve, but if you do see some purple smoke or purple dots appear around the Defile, you will want to click on it. There is sometimes a bug where the purple smoke will be invisible on the Defile mechanic, which is why I included the audio for this clip. Whenever the smoke appears, either invisible or visible, you will get an audio clue to know that it is there. So even if you don't see the purple smoke, if you hear this audio cue, you will want to click on it. Do this until the progress bar reaches the end, and you'll get 200% of a small prismatic lamp in terms of XP. Now let's take a look at some of the best ritual and glyph combinations to do for each level. From levels 1 to 24, you won't have access to any alteration glyphs, so basically all you'll be doing is the Lesser Communion ritual. You can also build up and do Lesser Necroplasm or Lesser Ensoul Material or Essence, but it doesn't really matter. The XP is all going to be more or less the same until you reach level 24, when you can start using alteration glyphs. At level 24, you will be able to use extreme necromancy potions to boost your level to level 30. This will give you access to the Multiply 1 glyph, which will improve your soul attraction by 20% and multiply the output by 20%. This will now unlock the Shambling Horrors Ritual Disturbance, which will increase your XP per hour. At level 24, you will have unlocked all of the lesser rituals. You can choose any one of them. Just make sure to fill up those 2 extra slots with the Multiply 1 glyph by boosting to level 30 Necromancy. This will be the best ritual you can do in terms of XP per hour until you reach level 60. Of course, you can do some combat in between to level up your Necromancy that way. And then once you reach level 60, you will unlock the tier 2 ritual site, which will give you access to the greater rituals. At level 60 Necromancy, you will unlock the tier 2 ritual site, giving you access to the greater rituals. These will allow you to get better ritual disturbances, but you will need to increase your soul attraction above 200% to do this. You will want to be using the greater rituals. These give you 2 extra spots for alteration glyphs. At level 61 Necromancy, you gain access to the Attraction 1 alteration glyph, which provides 50% higher soul attraction. Using 2 of these will get you to 200%, but you need to get to 201% or higher for the Corrupt Glyph Ritual Disturbance. To do this, you will need the Alteration Necklace. This is really important to boost your XP per hour during levels 60 to 80. This will get you to 240% soul attraction, which will get you to the Corrupt Glyphs Ritual Disturbances and really boost your XP per hour. At level 80 Necromancy, you will be able to boost to level 95 using the Extreme Necromancy Potions. This will give you access to the Attraction 2 glyphs. You can then replace your Attraction 1 glyphs with Attraction 2, which will automatically get you up to 300% soul attraction. While 300% soul attraction will get you more Corrupt Glyphs Ritual Disturbances, you still need 301% or higher for the Soul Storm Disturbance. That is why the Alteration Necklace is also really important for these levels as well. If you have the Alteration Necklace equipped while using the 2 Attraction 2 glyphs and a greater ritual, you will reach 340% soul attraction. This will unlock the Soul Storm Ritual Disturbance, which will increase your XP per hour. It will be the best ritual disturbance you can get at this level. At level 90 Necromancy, you unlock the Tier 3 Ritual site. This also unlocks powerful rituals, which is what you're going to want to start using. You can use either Powerful Communion, Powerful Necroplasm, or Powerful Essence. Powerful Communion is my preferred ritual to use, especially if you're going for XP. If you are choosing not to use multiply alteration glyphs, then the Powerful Communion relic is the best one to use. You will also want to fill up your Well of Souls at some point, which this ritual does. If you are trying to fill up your Well of Souls at this point, then it definitely is worth boosting to 103 Necromancy or higher to use the Multiply 3 glyphs. So this is a perfect opportunity to fill up the Well of Souls. At this level, I would try and get to at least the 8,500 souls so you can unlock the Spectral Scythe Cast 3 ability and also the Darkness Incantation. If your goal is to unlock the Necromancy boss Raziel, which drops the tier 95 gear, then I would go straight to 35,000 souls at this point. You will definitely get above level 91 Necromancy if you are collecting the ritual disturbances, but this is probably the best time to go ahead and do that. I would recommend either purchasing powerful mementos, which cost about 20k each. These give 75 souls per output. If you are boosting for the 3 multiply 3 glyphs and using the alteration necklace, then you will be getting 237 souls added to your Well of Souls per ritual. As an example, it would take about 148 rituals to go from 0 souls in your Well of Souls to 35,000. If you're not wanting to do that or already have, then the best XP per hour you can get here is by using 3 speed 3 glyphs. The alteration necklace is also important so you can get over 400% soul attraction. You still aren't going to have access to the Defile ritual disturbance, but you will in one more level. At level 91 Necromancy, you can now boost to level 107 using the Extreme Necromancy Potion. By boosting to 107, you now have access to Attraction 3 glyphs. In terms of getting the best XP per hour, you will want to use 3 Attraction 3 glyphs with whatever powerful ritual you are doing. If you are not using the Alteration Necklace, you will have 550% soul attraction, which will give you access to the Defile ritual disturbance. But if you are using the Alteration Necklace, it will get you to 640% soul attraction, which means the Defile disturbance is more common, giving you a higher XP per hour. So again, the Alteration Necklace is a really helpful item to have. If you've made it this far, congratulations, you're now level 99 Necromancy and have achieved the Necromancy skill cape. The Necromancy skill cape is really powerful, and it's going to be something you're going to want to wear until you're done with 120 Necromancy or even 200 million. It provides an additional alteration glyph. So now, instead of doing your powerful rituals with 3 alteration glyphs, you can now use a 4th. The only problem is you can't actually boost up to a certain level and use a more powerful alteration glyph with the skill cape. So from level 99 to 120, if you're training through rituals, you will again want to boost your Necromancy level to above 107 Necromancy so you can use the Attraction 3 glyphs. You will want to use 3 of these on the actual ritual site, and then in your Necromancy skill cape you will want to use an Attraction 2 glyph, which will get you over 700% soul attraction if you are using the Alteration Necklace. This will mean you will get Defile ritual disturbances a lot more often, which will boost your XP per hour. And finally, at level 102 Necromancy to 120 or even 200 million XP, you will again want to boost your Necromancy level to 107 if you don't already have it, and use the 3 attraction glyphs as before. The only change is changing the Attraction 2 glyph in your skill cape to a Speed 3 glyph. This will allow you to complete rituals 15% faster while also maintaining over 700% soul attraction if you are using the Alteration Necklace. Based on my testing, this will get you the best XP per hour for the rest of your training. While testing, I was able to get around 2 million XP per hour using this setup at 117 Necromancy. You will be getting more and more XP for the ritual disturbances based on your Necromancy level. So at 102, you won't quite be getting 2 million XP per hour, but at 120, you will be getting over 2 million XP per hour. The 2 million XP per hour isn't even factoring in the Necromancer's Tome of Experience. You have a 1 in 20 chance to get this from one of the Defile disturbances, and if you do get one, you can read it for a pretty substantial XP boost. At level 102 Necromancy, you will be getting 50,000 XP from each one of these books. At level 120, you will be getting 86,000 XP. So it definitely does increase your XP per hour, and as you can see on screen, it's about 2.6 million XP per hour just by using one tome every 10 minutes. And so this will be the best necromancy ritual to do all the way until 200 million XP. You will want to use the 3 attraction 3 glyphs and 1 speed 3 glyph. You will of course want the alteration necklace and the tome of 2 for the maximum amount of XP. I want to say thank you to my channel members for supporting me and my channel and making these videos possible, especially Lord Thomas Cerberus for gifting 20 memberships. If you are interested in supporting the channel more directly, you can consider becoming a channel member. Channel members get special perks such as a unique chat badge beside their name in my live streams, priority replies to comments, early access to certain videos, and more. Another way to support the channel is to leave a like and subscribe. I really hope this necromancy ritual guide was helpful for you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Peace.